Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Marvel Movie News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary within the Marvel Universe.
Excelsior to you, our merry Marvellite! Woo! Welcome back to our 22nd show of the year, 2015, 39 in all. This is our 39th show.
Wow.
39.
Yeah.
We are doing it.
It can't get cast in Hollywood anymore.
No work
No.
If we get to 100, we just get to rake in that sweet
Christopher Plummer money.
Yeah.
And you get a free Denny's Grand Slam.
Whoa.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Is it a Fantastic Four Denny's Grand Slam? Did you see that story that we did a couple weeks ago? There's a Fantastic
Yes,
Four
I watch every
Denny's
episode. Of course I did. No, I know what you were talking about.
Good answer.
Good answer. We are the Marvel Movie News, coming to you live from the Danger Room, where we tell you all the news from all the studios and why you should be as excited as we are. Subscribe to us on iTunes at Marvel Movie News, or find us through the Popcorn Talk Network. You can also find us on YouTube /Popcorn Talk Network, or through their website, PopcornTalkNetwork.com.
Always impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, 39 shows I've had practice.
Yeah.
When I can't do it by now, it's insulting.
I did one and did not
That's
say the
true.
words right,
That
so
is true.
I can vouch for that
One
ability.
chance.
I know.
You had one job. One job.
I failed Eminem and you guys. I only had one shot.
You can follow us on Twitter at Marvel News PTN, on Facebook /Marvel News Show. Like us, comment, keep coming back, telling us what you want us to say. And guys, if you'll tweet the link out to our show, telling people about the live chat, Jonathan in the booth will retweet you.
Yeah.
It's a good little deal.
It's a fine service.
It's a
Super
fine
nice.
service that we provide here at the Popcorn Talk Network. I'm Matt Key at the Matt Key.
I'm Meredith Placko at M Placko.
I'm Coy Jandreau at CoyJandreau.
Have you heard that he's got a fake Twitter?
Bless your heart.
He's got
There
two.
are two fake
That you
news.
don't run?
My face,
I know, see?
their words, my name misspelled. Cunning.
Wow.
Like they just switched
Yeah.
up the vowels.
They just moved the vowels around, so I spell it.
And
now.
are they like really into DC? And,
Oh, that'd be funny. No,
yeah.
It's actual madness. Like one guy talking about how he's a mortician that hasn't seen lizards standing upright in 20 years. Like full Hunter-esque awome, but it's not me. It's
not
only
you.
to warn the people.
Is it cool if I follow that, Coy? Because it sounds pretty interesting.
Sounds awesome, man. I follow them. I follow both of them. They're great. Not me.
I'm Jack Conway, and I follow all the Coy Jandreaus, and I'm at Flatline Jack.
Flatline Jack.
That's right. That's right.
And I know people are like, why is Meredith on her phone? I just tweeted out the spectacular view from my seat. So if you want to see how I see the world.
That sounds really inappropriate.
There's
What did you just
sounds
say? What
like-
did you... Is it just my dick?
Yep, that's what it is. And we've,
check out my Twitter.
in case you hear another just random voice popping in from time to time asking us questions or being silly, that is Brittany Wallach. She's on the couch.
Meow, meow. I have a really important question.
Yeah,
when you guys get married, will you still be Brittany Wallach, or are you going to be Brittany Key?
question.
Wallach Key.
Ooh,
Wallach.
hyphenated.
We're
We're just gonna
Wallach.
push our names together.
Wallach.
Wallach.
Wallachy.
You'll be New Zealand.
I
Which
like, I like that.
Yeah, it sounds like Hawaiian, like a weird Hawaiian island, like Wallachy.
Wallachy.
Oh, I'm going to Wallachy for
Yeah.
Sounds like where you get your brakes
July.
fixed.
Yeah.
I gotta go to Wallachy on Tuesday.
man.
They're gonna
I hate
totally-
Wallachy.
Gonna get ripped off over there.
So we've got some apocalypse news.
Yeah.
Nothing
What?
much. Just
Oh,
a
the
little-
character.
Yeah, the character. The apocalypse is
You
upon
heard it
us.
here first, folks.
It's here.
Blood raining from the sky.
We've got some
so-
apocalypse news. We've got Ant-Man. We've got Agent Carter, Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to talk about the all-new,
Oh.
all different comics that we're all very excited about. But first, we're going to do something we've never done here before.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to start off with Marvel Television and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We're going to
okay.
talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's something we never
are
do.
actually going to do it.
Yeah.
We're actually going to. We're starting with it. We're starting
Am
with
I your
it.
only guest who's ever actually watched it?
I think there have been a couple guests who have
Okay.
watched it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm ready for this.
Good. Dude, I'm glad. I can
Somebody-
finally have a
yeah.
talk about Agents
Okay.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as some of you may or may not know, Secret Warriors is coming for season 3.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited about that.
I am now. I do a podcast as well called Past the After Mode about
Yeah.
television. I did it last night, and my co-host threw to me, and he's like, "Hey, Jack, tell us about the Secret Warriors." And I was like, I couldn't remember. It was part of Dark Reign. It was not a book I picked up. I'll be totally honest. But
Dude, I've read the whole thing. It's great.
did you?
Yeah, it's
okay. But I mean, some of the character choices from it are pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool. Yeah.
Have they announced which characters we're going to see?
They have not.
Yet?
I would imagine that we're going to see. Is his name Andrew Lincoln? I can't remember. Is his character's name Lincoln? The Inhuman from season 2.
Which powers? The teleporter or the?
No, the electricity. I can't remember.
I don't
his
know
name
what.
all of a sudden.
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, I don't know if they've named him
I think the actor's name is Andrew Lincoln. I can't remember the character's name, but
I don't know if he has a code
he's
name
already
yet.
signed on.
Yeah, but our
come
tell
back.
here was that at the end of season 2 that Coulson mentioned the Caterpillar Project,
Yes.
which is in the comics
Yes.
is what it's known as their code name. Now, mind you, the Secret Warriors have like 4 teams. By the way, there's like the gray team, the
but
black team, and all those.
You don't know that until like halfway through the series.
Did I just accidentally spoil Agents of Shit? No. But what's interesting to me is that, and what I like about the cinematic universe, what they do is that the Secret Warriors in the comic books are all very connected to established Marvel characters. Like one is the son of Ares. One is they're mostly sons and daughters of villains and heroes in the Marvel universe. So what I like about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is they take that same concept but just flip who the person is. Yeah. Like who they're connected to.
Do you think we might actually get some Runaways thrown in?
Oh God.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But
because it feels like Marvel is on the fence about.
I'll answer the question with no.
James Gunn's been pushing Runaways.
No, I know.
That's just it.
would love
And
that.
it's been, I know, like just having had a couple friends who have worked over at Marvel before, like they've said like Runaways has been something that they've played with, as is Power Pack, by the way.
Oh God, I would love that. I'm the
kids
only
movie
human
from
being
Marvel.
alive.
Yeah.
I would die if they did Power Pack. I can't tell you how excited I would be.
Random story. My roommate actually, when she went to SCAD Atlanta, she was a sequential arts major. Her 2 teachers were the husband-wife team who drew and wrote Power Pack.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
John
awesome.
Bogdanove.
I don't
believe was the
know.
artist's name. Yeah.
But yeah. So
By the way, Super Finch on our live chat, thank you so much. His name is Lincoln Campbell on the show, and he's played by actor Luke Mitchell.
Well played.
So thank you,
Nice.
Super Finch.
Yeah.
Super Finch.
You're promoted.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really bummed. I know we won't get Runaways because I mean the only one that's really active right now is Nico. We've seen Nico pop up in like Secret Wars and stuff, and I think she's in one of the new teams.
I just think that Runaways is a big juicy steak for Disney/Marvel. I don't think they'll blow it on
Great
this show.
option.
Like I was,
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that they went for Big Hero 6 for their first animated thing instead of Runaways.
Yeah.
But
Like,
there was no setup for that. Like no one cared if Big Hero 6 sucked because no
Yeah.
one had ever heard of it. So this is that was a safe choice. Whereas this is like
The Me or On the Dying Girl team doing Runaways, or like one of those new like young adult indie crowd, or
Yes.
Dope was. I finally saw Dope. Like,
Oh, man, I wanna see that
There's
so
so
bad.
much good young adult television and film right now that
Yeah.
if Marvel like picked up one of those directors like they do
absolutely.
and gave them their $100 million, and like Runaways could be amazing.
fun.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to Secret Warriors and
Yes.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So season 3 is going to be that. The Caterpillars were hinted at. We already know from like the television, the synopsis that they've put out that the entire thing is going to be about Coulson and Skye going and recruiting superpowered people.
And
for the whole season.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong in this, but I think we even talked about it when I was on the show last. We were talking about Daredevil at the time, and there was they had the Crusher Creel posters on Daredevil, and I believe the actor who plays Absorbing Man on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. said he is the son of Crusher Creel. I believe he confirmed that, which in
Wait,
Secret...
who said that?
The actor who played Absorbing Man in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 2. I don't know that actor's name. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Yeah,
But he supposedly confirmed on Twitter that he is in fact Crusher, that he's the son of Crusher Creel from the Daredevil show. So that may give us one of our Secret Warriors because
one of
in
the
Secret
Warriors,
Warriors he's the son of Absorbing Man. That is one of the characters. So we may have already seen one of the Secret Warriors. They may pull him in from season 2.
Jerry Sledge.
Is that the actor name?
No, that's the character's name.
Oh, Jerry. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, and Stonewall is that the character?
Stonewall,
Yeah, Stonewall is the character. name.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I'm very excited about? I think you can guess which character I'm most excited about from Secret Warriors.
Doctor Strange.
No. I'm sorry. The kid who's a mystic who is on the short list as could be the next warrior. Sorcerer Supreme. What is his name?
Sebastian.
What?
It's there is a.
Am I thinking of the right person?
Sebastian Druid, the son of Dr. Druid.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dr. Druid's son. Yes, thank you. Yes, well, they did a pan across in one of the issues a couple years ago of just like who could be the next Sorcerer Supreme, and he was like on the short list of people who's strong
they're
enough.
pushing magic right now, and in recent comics, it looks like, and even with that cool box set that we're getting. So
oh god, the Doctor Strange set at Comic-Con.
know. But we'll never
I don't
get
know anyone
magic.
who's going to kill someone for that.
Yeah.
Who would stab a baby to get their hands on that.
We will never get magic in the.
I was just
Marvel
talking with
universe.
Alex at my comic book shop, Collector's Paradise. about like, could we pay someone to wait in that line for us? Because it's like if it was Marvel and it was inside, like no, I was like, it's gonna suck. I'll walk around, but like I'll wait.
Man.
But Hasbro, like people sleep
People are in line
overnight
right
for
now.
that line.
People are in line right now for Doctor Strange.
That being said,
So
Hasbro's
like
usually...
I've got no chance. I've got no
Sorry,
chance.
you're filming.
But that being said, Hasbro's usually good about having large quantities, and I haven't seen like a limited to 500 on this.
Well said.
So
yeah, I think this one we'll get it.
I will not wait with you.
Anyway.
I love you, babe. I will not wait with you.
I would never ask you to do that. I would never ask that.
Also, keep in mind, I know Mattel does this. I think Hasbro too. Is that they'll have different times throughout the weekend. So that might be something they do. It might not just be on preview night. So, but then you can do what I do with form a coalition, and then everyone surgical strikes. You get people to like, I'm gonna go stand here, I'm gonna go stand there. You just get a group of friends, get some.
I just like hearing that. Yeah. If I saw you on the con floor and you're like, Conway, I need you in the surgical strike, I'd be like, yeah, what? Yeah,
what?
Yeah,
Do it.
You can drink me into a 2-hour line wait with that. Just be like, you're Agent 7, go stand right there. Be like,
when's it
okay,
exciting? Is it getting good?
Yeah, don't move until I check back in with you. Okay, all right. People will be like, what are you doing?
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Surgical strike.
Put Meredith in charge of getting you the box set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the box set.
Okay.
Thank you. So just to do a quick rundown, we've got a character named Yo-Yo Rodriguez, and this is all from the comics. All from the comics, not the like. I know
it sounds
it's
like you get
ridiculous.
cornered in a pitch meeting. What's his name? Yo-Yo Rodriguez. And they're like, brilliant. Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, it is. So thank God. Yo-Yo Rodriguez is like, she's got Quicksilver's like kind of superhuman speed, but when she's done running, she bounces back to the place where she started.
And that's like her superhero name is Slingshot.
Yeah.
Yes. Then you've got JT James. I can't remember his, but he can like, he's almost like Gambit in that he can charge objects, but he charges them with fire. So like he comes with like a steady fire enchantment that he can put onto anything.
Is he the one who makes constructs though, or is it, I'm thinking of something?
No,
Sorry.
I think you're talking about Pyro.
No, but anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But like he has a chain that he uses a lot. Like and he makes
Chain. That's it.
He turns
That's
the chain to fire and like whips people with a fire chain.
He has a name that's like he's related to not Ghost Rider but someone else.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Phantom Rider.
Phantom Rider. Yeah, good work.
He's related to him.
It is. Yeah.
Yes.
You said the name. I was like, oh yeah, Phantom Rider.
Of course, totally.
They haven't shown Key on the screen because actually I have my lines written on his head. There's actually a post-it note where I'm reading this off and trying to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. Thanks, Key.
You're welcome. And then we've got Sebastian Druid, who's the son of Dr. Druid, so he's not actually Dr. Druid. He actually has a really cool story in the comics that I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil any possible storylines for the season. But read the comics. He's got an actually like really cool arc that he does.
Have we seen Magic and S.H.I.E.L.D. yet?
No, because she's
I'm sorry.
no,
Magic.
Sorry, as in a concept. I'm sorry. God, I would kill to see magic and shit. But yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Giant sword.
I don't think we've seen any magical.
We have not.
have.
So that's one of the things I'm excited about is that if they do that, then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on TV could start introducing magic into the MCU before we get to Doctor Strange.
That would make sense.
That'd be interesting.
Neil Wazakowski as Magic.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yes.
So I'd interrupt for that.
Isn't it?
No, that was a good interrupt.
That's a really good one.
Checked out for the next 20 minutes now.
I was like, yes.
With a big sword. And
Yes, Meredith.
Right?
Isn't it rumored that Dr. Druid is
Green light.
going to be in Doctor Strange?
I have not heard that rumor.
Okay, I'm making that up right now.
Yeah. I have not heard that
Start
rumor.
that.
It's a scoop.
I'm starting that rumor
It's a
right
scoop.
now.
Meredith Placko here says Dr. Druid
Yes,
on.
Redhead Review, official. Dr. Druid is in Doctor Strange.
Perfect.
And then there's also...
I want it to be, so therefore it's a
That's
rumor,
right. That's right.
there's two more characters. There's a character named Alexander Aaron who goes by Phobos. He's the one that you were talking about earlier, who's the son of Ares.
Love this character.
He's the god of fear, but kind of doesn't know it. He has the power to instill fear in others and like terrify them. Like one of my favorite parts of Secret Wars was when he grabbed Norman Osborn, who was in charge of Hammer at the time, which had replaced
You mean
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dark Reign?
Dark Reign,
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said Secret Wars. Yes. go
Sorry,
on.
thank you.
Yes.
The Secret Wars is on the head.
Yes.
And he grabbed him. He's like, "You're afraid of everything," and like everyone gets away, and Norman's like, "What happened? What just happened?" Like,
and the hook too is that Phobos is like a 9-year-old boy. Like he's a little kid and he's super messed up. He's basically like Damien from The Omen. Like he's super messed up.
Yeah. So I don't think that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would make him God of War.
No, well,
or like the son of the God of War, but like I think that they could like make an Inhuman who like instills fear.
I don't mean to go
that's probably
negative.
what
I think
do.
they're just going to make them all Inhumans.
Yeah,
me too.
I think so.
I don't think they're going to give us any of those cool backstories. Actually, I think they're just going to all have.
They might.
powers and
Well,
be
I mean,
Inhumans.
JT Sledge is the son.
Well, I made that up.
Man, but
we don't know if that's going to happen. If it does,
well, but it
genius,
is
but
that
yes.
it is that way in
They
the
have
comics.
established it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it would be interesting to bring in Ares and Phobos as an antithesis to the Greek pantheon that we have
would
in
be
Thor.
interesting.
So
that would be a very big handful to.
I mean,
Hey,
listen,
so you know
Marvel
how
can
we've
do
got
whatever
this
the F
like
they want.
Norse mythology?
Yeah.
Now we've also got Greek and Roman mythology.
Yeah.
Like, buckle up, everybody.
Why not? Well,
But like Feige has said, like they're taking everything in this weird new strange
Yeah,
direction.
he keeps saying
Maybe
it's getting
television's
weirder.
gonna kind of like follow suit.
And I
Why not?
really hope that if they're doing Secret Warriors, this means down the line we do get our Dark Avengers and Dark Reign
God,
storyline.
yes.
Oh my God.
Because now that we have
so
access
good.
to Norman
Yeah.
Osborn, we can
Yeah.
do this. And I think that's a story that is primed and ready for film.
Oh yeah, with the Civil War paranoia,
Yeah.
and with like
Yeah.
our current state of affairs and our current government, which is another conversation, I would totally buy like an elite corrupt group of mercenary
Yeah.
superheroes.
what better show than S.H.I.E.L.D. to bring in a character like Moonstone? Like, she's perfect for this. Like, she's a psychologist.
Yes.
She's super powerful, but she doesn't belong in the MC movies necessarily. MCU movies, excuse me.
Yeah.
But the TV, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. is a perfect place for her, and that'd be
Yeah.
a great introduction of everything.
Well,
along that
yeah,
line, I think.
because Carla's Miss Marvel is one of my favorite incarnations.
Yeah, agreed.
So.
There's one last character named Eden Fessy. Is that how you say his name? I've always said it Eden Fessy, who
Fessy.
goes by Manifold now. He was like
Who's
I love
trained by
Avengers,
Gateway.
New Avengers,
Yeah.
trained by Gateway. His power is that like he can warp reality in a way that he can like teleport
Groups.
groups of people
Yeah.
anywhere in the galaxy, pretty much. Like
He's Nick Fury's wet dream, basically. He's just
Yeah.
like you can move entire platoons
Yeah.
with a guy.
with at dude,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh man, they're fighting us on Venus. Manifold, take us there right now.
Let's go with his other written name, plot device. But yeah, sure. Sure. Because then you always get the Brian Michael Bendis last panel of Fury's here with his whole team. How'd he get here? He just showed up.
Power of convenience.
Power of Manifold. So anyway, that's the Secret Warriors. I'm actually really excited about it, and I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like with the exception of that whole like secret shield within a shield, like the last I didn't like that, but like the last season was pretty solid except for like those few episodes. So
let's address something very clear also, and let's ask this
Conway,
question.
let's do it.
If I may.
Let's do it, Conway.
The Secret Warriors in the comics are created very solely by Nick Fury, white Nick Fury. So, based on scheduling and Samuel Jackson, are the Secret Warriors of S.H.I.E.L.D. going to be Coulson's team, or is Samuel Jackson going to show up?
I think he will show up, but I think it's Coulson's team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree because it makes more sense. But
Are they
I'm
basically setting up Coulson as the white Nick Fury? Was that the implication? Is that
No, that was not the implication. If he loses his eye this
having
season,
not watched
though.
the show, I was like, wait a second.
No,
I might
well,
have to
oh my
watch
God,
this.
He did lose his hands.
Loses an eye, and now
He
he's
did. I know.
Wait, he did? I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
it's not spoiler territory
I don't
anymore,
care.
right? I mean,
You
it's
can
been this
spoil
long,
it.
but
You
yeah, it's well, not both, correct? 'Cause
I don't
there's-
remember.
Yeah, he lost
So
one.
Jamie
I know that they were-
Lannistered it?
Yeah, well, that's the running Marvel joke too. Is that every Marvel movie has had the Luke hand scene,
Yeah.
and they even
It's
did it in the
Empire Strikes
finale.
Back phase
Yeah,
two.
they
It's
even did it
everywhere.
in S.H.I.E.L.D. on the very last last issue. Last episode.
Yeah, we've been reading a lot of
Yeah,
comics.
yes.
Anyway, so that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm excited. You're
Clearly, two of us.
I'm gonna, now I'm going to start watching.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
second season
I
is on
promised by
Netflix.
mid-September when season 3 airs, I would
Yeah.
watch it.
And I have time.
Get on it.
Comic-Con is next week, sir.
Yeah.
Life is chaos.
Well, and
No, I know. Believe me, I know.
But here's how you
I'm
do
not demanding
S.H.I.E.L.D.
it to watch it now.
Here's how you do S.H.I.E.L.D. You go season 1, you watch the pilot, and you go, and then you jump to 16. You literally don't touch it until 16, and you watch the previously on. That's all you need. And 16 is when Sif shows up from Asgard. And then from there, the next one is right after the Cap movie, so it's amazing. It's all Hydra.
Okay.
And then you're done.
So
and
14 episodes can be skipped.
Yeah, season 2 is fine, but you could kind of watch a wrap up on it. To be totally honest with you.
I'm excited for season 3. Season 3 is introducing
Yeah.
characters and storylines that I care about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. Like I'll be honest, and I'm not saying that anyone who's watched it before, you're totally welcome to like it. It's just not my jam.
And like
At all.
the Secret Warriors, in the Secret Warriors comic, they fought both Hydra and Leviathan. Leviathan was introduced in Agent Carter.
Yes.
So there could be like a 3-front war.
And we've gotten
coming
flashbacks
like that,
to
so-
Carter as well, which ties it together. I will end on this, is that I've said this before about the show. All my friends who are normal people know that I'm a comic book nerd, so they come to me about like, how's this thing? So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is my special daughter who's up there doing her like, she's at the talent show, and I know she's not that good, and I know she needs more work, but I have to support her because she's mine, and everyone is looking
I
at
feel the
me to
exact
see
same
her,
way.
and I'm just like, oh, you're great, sweetie. No, I love her
you.
because I have to. It's not a choice.
Yeah. I feel that's the perfect
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh my
for me.
God, that's amazing.
She's my special daughter up there.
But then what does
Trying her
that
best.
make Agent Carter?
Oh my God, my favorite child. Yeah, the one that I actually, the one that I bought the
She went
Disneyland
to
pass for.
college.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
She gets whatever she wants. Yeah,
She's Daddy's little
yeah,
girl.
yeah. But
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just
but my S.H.I.E.L.D. daughter,
She'll grow up well. She'll get there.
She'll marry. She'll marry well.
She'll marry well.
She'll get some money at the end. It'll work itself out.
So talking about Agent Carter, now let's jump over there real quick.
Agent Carter, my favorite thing.
This is Freddie's favorite.
I love
apparently.
Agent Carter.
So we've got
poster's so good.
a new poster.
Yeah.
The artwork is by Chris Anka.
Yay!
Who is
Chris. Come on the show!
He's actually drawing for Captain
Marvel. Yep,
which is being written by the showrunners for Agent
Yep.
Carter.
Yes,
cool.
which is amazing.
It's really cool.
I'm so all about
I
that.
can't remember
Yes.
their names right now, but season 2 is that's their poster. That's an exclusive, I think, for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You can get it at the Comic-Con booth.
So good.
And Michelle Fazekas, one of the showrunners, who's also writing for Captain Marvel, as we just said, had a couple quotes about what's going on. She said, "In Los Angeles, you have the spectacular wealth, glamour, and beauty right next to the grit and grime, often right up against each other. We're very much inspired by noir films." So,
Can I say, looking at that poster again?
yeah.
If you put that up and change the bottom thing to Doctor Who new season, I would be all about it, by the way. Because I would assume she's the Doctor.
Exactly.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
watch the crap out of that,
Yeah.
by the way. That looks like a Doctor Who poster to me, and I'd be like,
Yes.
that's a good Doctor Who right there. I'm sorry,
well,
I didn't
except
mean
for
to
the fact
derail.
that she's holding a gun, like you would have to change it to a sonic
Okay, yeah,
screwdriver.
fair enough.
Okay,
Fair
fine.
enough. It's an easy change, yeah.
Because the Doctor doesn't use a gun.
I get it. Okay,
Jack.
let's not derail. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Also, we've got news that James Darcy and name that I can never pronounce, Enver Gyokai, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Gyokai? Are returning for season 2. It's those two
Oh,
gentlemen.
nice.
But here's what Michelle Fazekas had to say about that. Peggy's not working for Howard in this one. The nice thing about Peggy this season is she's not having to hide her agenda from the SSR, and Jarvis is helping her out just in a different way.
Yay.
So he's back. We don't know how he's helping her, but
He holds her umbrella.
Yeah.
that's true. While
He
she
holds her
shoots,
umbrella right
while
over.
she shoots the bad guys.
Exactly.
Gotta stay dry.
He holds
Yep.
that guy's leg.
Well, it takes her an hour to do that hair. So
Yeah. I mean,
I like the guy in the background.
No, am I
with the
wrong?
Flag. What's
She
that
wakes
guy
up.
doing? You guys
Agent
know
Carter
this?
wakes
I don't
up.
know. Yeah, it's two guys. No, you're right.
Look at him in the background.
He's like
jousting
a
with the flag.
bayonet.
He's just
Yeah.
going. I like that guy. I like
Yeah.
that guy.
gotta run and hide.
yeah, so that's our Agent Carter now. I mean, there's nothing
Well, we
really to
know-
announce,
here's-
but the
and
poster's cool. And
I have a question on that too, if I may.
no, Conway, please.
We know that Agent Carter is going to California this year, to Hollywood,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the whole storyline.
Yeah.
So my favorite part of season 1 was Jarvis's wife, who we never saw,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
don't know if she's real, and he's a dedicated married family man. How is he going to go to California, and is she coming with him? That I need answers
need
to
to
that.
know.
I doubt that she comes with him,
Well, there's a whole storyline right there.
and he will probably have to make phone calls a lot.
A lot. Well, we might actually know more next week because Marvel released their full schedule for San Diego Comic-Con.
Do you happen to have that?
I do, right up on my phone. If only. It's like we were prepared for this.
What a tangent. Nicely handled.
How was that, right?
Segue. Marvel Television Presents panel will happen Friday at 3 p.m. to 4:15 in Ballroom 20, headed up by Jeff Loeb. And they're going to bring you exclusive news and surprises about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter.
Just
So-
Ballroom 20, though. That's interesting.
No Hall H.
No,
They're-
ballroom.
I know
mean,
it's
that's not
large.
big
It's
enough
like
for Hall
Two.
H.
Like,
But-
Ballroom 20 is
when-
like the second biggest.
Yeah, Ballroom 20 is the second biggest one, and then that's where they did. That's where they showed the pilot. Was in Ballroom 20.
So it is true, Marvel. There's no Hall H. It's a lot. That's the only real like media type one. There's going to be stuff about Marvel's Disney Kingdom, breaking into comics. This week in Marvel Live, they're going to have. It's going to be actually. I'm really excited. Axel Alonso, Charles Soule, Jeff Lemire, Humberto Ramos, and Cullen Bunn are going to be doing Marvel Uncanny Humans and Mutants on Thursday.
So it's a bunch of comic book stuff.
Yeah, a lot of comic book stuff. We've got a Secret Wars panel with Hickman. We're going to have
that sounds great.
Tom Brevoort will be doing a Marvel All Different Avengers. Marvel Animation Presents on Saturday. And then the Marvel House of Idea and Cup of Joe to kind of round it off. There's, then there's here you go. You can go to the Sunday, July 12th Marvel Unlimited member only
I haven't
panel.
been invited to that yet.
Really?
What's going on?
What is it?
Marvel Unlimited.
Ooh.
What is going on?
you should be on that.
I should be on that.
should be on that.
What is
And
going on?
I'm actually really excited. Marvel's doing a Women of Marvel panel that everyone involved is a woman. So that's
What?
actually
That's a weird
I know,
concept.
such a
Convention
novel
that figured
idea.
that out.
That's
So-
weird. Denver did it right.
Yeah.
All dudes.
And then it's like, wow. And then, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends on Sunday. It's going to be all about the different Spider Family tie-ins because as we'll
There's
talk
so
about
many.
later in the
There's
show,
so much
there's so
Spider-Man.
many.
So much Spider-Man. All right, so we're going to jump over to Marvel. Marvel right now. We just did like 20 minutes on
talk
TV,
about
which
Marvel.
we've never done. Like,
That's
I'm,
it.
I'm
Quota's
excited for
full.
us.
Now
I'm
6
excited for
episodes.
us.
Don't mention it again.
Yeah. Don't worry, we probably won't. So we've got Ant-Man news coming up. First of all, Marvel has plans for Wasp in the future. So we know that she appears in the movie in some capacity.
really
That she
awesome.
plays like a larger role than maybe
It's
we
really
are
amazing.
considering.
Have you seen the film? Okay, don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
I'm staying really quiet.
Okay.
And Feige said we have plans for her in the future, and we see that not so subtly in this film. So
Very cool.
yeah, very cool.
All right.
And for the record, I will say this. I don't want to spoil a thing. I loved Ant-Man. I'm just
Awesome.
going to say I absolutely loved it.
When did you see it?
Last night? 2 nights ago? Whenever the premiere was.
Cool.
Yeah.
She just came in from there.
I saw
Just
their
sneaking
the
off,
red
yeah.
carpet with the actual like ant farm
Yes.
built into it. How cool is that?
I was not at the red
It's
carpet.
So clever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah, it was the entire thing, and it was all actual like little ants
Yeah.
colonies living in the lettering.
That's
it was really cool.
super
And then they
cool.
murdered all the ants.
That's probably true. They filled it with Kool-Aid just around them
They
all.
just like lifted the whole sign and threw it in the
all
Pacific.
animals
Dead.
were harmed in the filming of this.
all animals.
Have you had like nightmares of the
Thomas? No, I
since-
haven't. Though
Okay.
someone actually, to make me feel better, sent me an image of Mad Max vehicles chasing
Excellent.
down
Okay,
Thomas.
that's good news.
The Thomas scene actually wasn't as trying as I thought it would
Okay,
be.
good.
But yeah.
Because
Okay.
I sent you that picture where I found there was someone had turned their car
I
into
know.
Thomas the Tank Engine, so it was like on the street,
Yeah.
and someone took a picture in the rear view
was
mirror, and I was like,
like,
oh
no.
no, it's unleashed for
is
Meredith.
Meredith.
Oh,
Right,
that is
yelled.
super
But
funny.
yeah, no, it's my spoiler for review is it's awesome. Go see it.
Awesome.
Okay,
Cool.
you heard it. You heard it here
Yep.
first. It's awesome. Go see it.
Quote.
Yeah, quote.
All right,
I know. But I also like Terminator Genesis, so don't, you know.
That movie broke my soul in so many pieces.
Oh
It
man,
hurt me so bad.
really?
It touched me in the bad place. It was so bad. It was just not like it was aggressively insulting to the audience's intelligence. Like it rewrote its own rules as it went, and the dialogue felt like it was pulled out of a sci-fi hat, while the acting was as dry as like anything I'd ever seen, and no one knew what movie it broke.
Oh,
me.
that's awful.
See, to me, it was like a wonderful spiritual successor to Terminator 2. You know, it's called the Terminator for the reason, not because of all the Terminators, but because of Arnold Schwarzenegger
he
is
was
the
great.
Terminator.
He was great.
And let me tell you, Mother of Dragons as the mother of the savior of humankind, take that as you will, was amazing. I actually learned that Emilia Clarke could act.
She didn't work for me. But anyway, not a Terminator
Yeah.
podcast. Those are the two sides
That's
of
it.
the
Yeah,
viewing.
we just, I know,
She liked
exactly.
It, didn't.
That's good. We did.
Enjoy the show.
All right, back on track.
Back to Marvel.
Speaking of praising Ant-Man, James Gunn calls it his favorite after like Iron Man and obviously
Wow.
Guardians, but like he said it's his favorite. Like I mean, there's a lot more to the quote, but he said Edgar Wright's spirit is felt throughout the entire project. But like it's its own movie, and yeah, like he loved it. He loved it.
How many like gift bags do you think Marvel has sent to Edgar Wright to get him to say something nice about it? Because if he does, we're there, right? Like
Yeah.
Edgar Wright is just like, I saw it, I loved it. Then we're done. Like then
Yeah.
everyone will go. There's no concern. Like I'm sure their PR people have not slept in a week.
Oh, I'm
Just
sure.
like send
I'm
him
sure.
everything.
I'm really curious how that turns out at some point. Like
Yeah.
at some point it's gonna have to come up. If it's like 2 years down the road, he's just like, yeah, son. And like there's
Yeah,
just like,
right,
like
yeah.
a little dry mention.
Meh.
I'm really intrigued what he thinks.
We like Dan Harmon never watched Community when he wasn't on.
Yeah,
He
that's
literally
true.
has
Yeah,
never
I
watched
get
those
that.
episodes. He just didn't want to.
Really?
Yeah, he just never watched them. He wasn't interested.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, go. Meredith loved it. James Gunn loved it. So go see it.
I'm excited.
And some new trailers came out. There's a couple new clips that you can watch. We're not going to talk about them here because we don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But the clips exist out there. There's the
Yeah.
bathroom scene and the keyhole scene, stuff that you've seen in the trailers. And then there's a new trailer release. I know when they did a press thing a couple weeks ago, a lot of the Twitter stuff and a lot of the praise was for Michael Pena as Lewis, and that he just absolutely steals the show.
James Gunn said similar. Yeah, that
Yeah.
he's going to be a big
great.
star.
Like, he's
So-
been great forever. I'm
Fantastic.
glad he's finally
Yeah.
getting a big enough role.
So,
and
yeah.
T.I. has stolen every role he's been in. He's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Like T.I.'s
No.
incredible. I'm so excited to see T.I. in this movie.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a trailer out there that like really shows off Lewis, the character of
Yeah.
Lewis.
Yes,
So yeah, that's Ant-Man. Do you have anything that you want to say about it?
No, because I can't talk about the two things I want to talk about because you haven't seen it and I want to spoil.
Okay.
Appreciate
It's
that.
the end.
Thank you.
It's the post. There are two post credit. There's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mid and post credit scenes. Stay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Stay, and then go back and watch.
It's like
it
2
again.
weeks. It's like so soon, right?
Yeah, I know.
I'm so
It is.
excited.
Super,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
super
should try
close.
to. I'll try to score and see if we can't get into one of the things at SDCC for us. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll use my
yeah.
magical press powers.
Yeah. So speaking, well, I don't. Do we want to talk about that, or is that too much of a spoiler?
That is too much of a spoiler.
No, okay, so we won't talk about that.
And we'll just say that there.
Full frontal Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I spoiled it.
Yeah.
I spoiled it, and it's Paul Rudd. It's
Don't
fantastic.
get any
Frankly,
bigger,
it's
as they
fantastic.
say.
Really small.
He weeds Mjolnir.
It's real small.
And yes, guys, the thing that we're not talking about is the thing I know you want us to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it for.
Oh, that's fine. I defer to you. That's fine. So, talking about Civil War real quick, Feige in an interview with IO9 said Hulk is not a primary part of Civil War. He may not be a part of it at all. So, I think they're trying to put to rest all these rumors that
Downey Jr. started.
Yeah.
that the Hulk is in it. I only bring it up because I know a lot of our fans, myself included, would love to see Mark Ruffalo in
Everywhere.
it.
Yeah.
But it sounded he's saying he's not a primary part, so he could be a partial part.
I
it
think
seems like he's hedging his bets there, but he may not be a part of it at all.
spirit, because if you have Thunderbolt Ross involved,
Exactly.
you're gonna have to reference the Hulk in some.
You just said something interesting too. Is that you said that when you said Mark Ruffalo, like maybe the Hulk isn't involved much, but maybe Banner's involved quite a lot. Because Civil War is not about superheroes punching each other in the face. It's more about debate, frankly, and views and like it's brains fighting each other, not fists. So maybe
partially.
Banner's a huge part of it.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah. Meow.
Yeah. Meow. Meow. So Feige talked a little bit about Doctor Strange this week. He said that the Sanctum Sanctorum is still in Greenwich Village, which is exciting to me.
I love that.
He said that the Sanctum is on Bleecker Street, the modern day Bleecker Street, and he will be the strangest thing walking down that street.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Bleecker Street?
You want to hear a true story?
Oh my God!
I think I do.
Do we have time?
We do.
I want to hear.
The one and only time.
Someone here has clearly heard it before.
The one and only time I've ever been in New York.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the story yet.
I stayed in West Village. It was at West Village. It's like that's next to Greenwich. I can't remember exactly the district.
I've been like twice.
I should know better.
So I stayed close enough to the Greenwich Village that I could just walk there and go to Bleecker Street and get pizza from Bleecker Street Pizza.
Oh my God!
All simply because I knew that the Sanctum Sanctorum is on Bleecker Street.
And you did it.
So I have been to Bleecker Street.
That's awesome.
And it was
so you
gorgeous.
know what it looks like, so you'll be able to like.
And may I say, that is a street that it looks like the Sanctum Sanctorum belongs on.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna nerd out and I'm gonna Google Maps it tonight because I want to see what Bleecker Street looks like. Actually, just like walk around Bleecker Street on Google Maps.
There needs to be like the Marvel tour of New York City.
There really should be.
Why isn't there? That's a great point.
We should move there and set that up.
Yeah, it's time.
I want to do something similar for DMZ too, but I'm like the only person who's read that book. But it's fine. It's okay.
I didn't even have a good joke for that.
But yes, we should run our Marvel tour of New York City.
And then he also talked about the Ancient One, saying that they see the Ancient One more as a mantle and not as a person. So,
oh God! I hope that doesn't mean Galactus is a cloud.
No, well, because the rumor is that Tilda Swinton is the Ancient One, and there was a lot of blowback about because
it's a girl.
It's cool that you're doing it as a girl, but you took away like the race aspect of it.
To which I reply, have you seen Tilda Swinton?
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's not a girl. She's
no. I know. Yeah. I know. I don't hate
she's
the casting. I'm just saying
she's Orlando. Great film, by the way.
There were some people who were like, no, the Ancient One is an old Tibetan man, and then there were other people who were like, it's cool that you're doing a woman. Why couldn't she be Asian? And it's just you just can't win.
Okay, no one's gonna be happy with everything.
No, exactly. So
Iron Fist is gonna be such a hard character to cast because everyone's gonna be upset in any direction.
Yeah, because he's white. He just is.
He's a white guy.
Danny Rand
That's how it is.
Bruce
He's a blonde white guy.
Exactly.
Like he's the white. He's an Aryan, bro. Like you can't get whiter, and everybody's gonna be like Asian guy. It's gonna be such a mess.
Yeah. So
Ben Foster for Iron Fist.
Anyway, he was saying that it's more of a mantle, and that the sorcerers have been around for a millennia, protecting us from things that we don't know about until we get to this particular story. So. Anyway, so that's that. Marvel Studios' production schedule has been given. Civil War is midway through production right now. Doctor Strange is prepping for a November shoot. Guardians 2 just started pre-production last week.
Yeah, so much is going on.
Cool
so much is going
those
on.
Words, man. Those three movies are all like in various stages of
Guardians got the official title.
Yeah,
right?
that's that. Yeah,
I'm sorry, did I jump ahead? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think I actually skipped over it for a second earlier because it's anyway. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah.
Why not?
It's a play on everything.
It's
so good.
It's got comic references. It's got mixtape references.
I'm so excited for that next mixtape to drop too.
Because I listen to the first one all the time.
That's my
to
this day.
Yeah, we listen to it all the time.
It's so good.
Yeah.
James Gunn, thank you for everything you do.
No, it's
just thank you for being born, James Gunn.
Killing it.
And also real quick with Marvel, the MCU and the TV might start crossing over a little bit more, according to Feige. He said, as those shows come out, meaning like more season 3 and then Netflix, as those get out into the culture, I think they're just like what happens in the movies, tools in the toolbox for some of those shows, and what happens on those shows could be tools in the toolbox for the movies. I think that'll happen at some point.
Such a smart move. Like the fact that
especially with the Netflix stuff, like it would be cool to see S.H.I.E.L.D. like fly in. Like our friend Derek Hughes suggested that like everything would have been so freaking cool if in like Age of Ultron, at the very end, like when the helicarrier comes in and everything else, like if Coulson's team.
I was
like,
waiting
we
for
don't need to see Coulson. We don't need to see Coulson.
his team
but just to see like
Kingpin at the end of Daredevil.
Right, but he's and Coulson's literally been in every movie until then. But all I can figure is because Cap seeing Coulson is a whole other movie.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
Like,
we who watch the TV show know that Coulson's alive, and we who just keep up with the news know that Coulson's alive. But the general public, their only experience with Coulson is that he died in Avengers.
Exactly.
So if you were to suddenly bring Coulson back in, it'd be like the movie going public would be like, wait, why is he alive?
But
like,
again, that's in a third act. That's a little rough.
And I also feel they've even said Coulson will not be back.
Coulson will never be back. He's dead in the cinematic universe. He's alive in TV,
which is unfortunate.
Which is just a comic mess as the comics.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but it would have been cool to see the helicarriers and like they come in with like the help trains or whatever else, and they're like. Fitz and Simmons. Like I was like, oh boy, this will be really cool to see like Sky like as Daisy Johnson. Oh, they're not. Okay.
I really like that Marvel's handling all their characters as they are all their characters, whereas DC has that TV and film like fissure.
Yeah.
The TV and film don't like each other very much, and we suffer. Like DC TV is incredible, and DC film is turning into something. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
And this year, Comic-Con is all DC based, so I'm really excited to see what happens. But the fact that they keep them so separate is definitely like a weird way to put yourself back. Like Marvel finally accepting that they have a market in both sides is going to push them ahead even further. And if you can develop a character on a 13-hour basis and then spring them into a movie and have a little bit of scene to like tie them together, that gives you an origin story. You don't have to have an origin movie. Like Daredevil's set up so well now, he can be in anything. How they don't do this with every character is just like,
Marvel understands that the current entertainment viewing crowd, us, we watch all different mediums. You know, maybe 20 years ago they were your movie going crowd. They weren't as active as your TV watching crowd. It's a game changer with the internet and how quickly we can watch things. Yeah. And I don't get DC because it's like some of their TV stuff is great, but they don't. Those characters have nothing to do. They will never have an impact on like the world.
As soon as they cast Ezra Miller as Flash, they were just kind of like, we're not accepting this as their film. And that was a really interesting move. And I still think they have a lot of opportunity to do like the multiple universes and the Flashpoint stuff. And if they go that way, that'd be incredible.
That would be really cool.
We'll see if they go Flashpoint. That'd be. I mean, can you imagine seeing
the TV
Flash
show's
run
kind
into
of
Flash?
going that way. They're leaning towards there might be 2 alternate universes of Flash.
So
Flash
if you
is in
tie
their
in Ezra
universe.
Miller and like have it pop in, that could be really incredible. And I'd be all.
And to answer your earlier question, why don't they do that origin for every character? The answer is budget, because Daredevil's a guy who punches people, whereas Nova's fly in space. Like you've got to choose.
That you
can get away with
a 13-hour Netflix show.
I would like to point out that in our live chat, Motor is 80 said they're excited for Doctor Strange just because of me.
Just because of you?
It says because of Matt.
Good.
I'm guessing that I'm the one that they're talking about.
That's awesome.
So I feel good about myself.
Shouldn't you give him like a finger shout out or something?
Yeah.
Like
the hoary host of Hoggith?
You had to look to do it? I'm a little disappointed in you, frankly.
No, you're doing this.
I've been web slinging since I was 6. I mean, you're like, it's the same thing.
No, well, I can't do it with the left hand very easy,
down.
but
I assume you open doors like that. I assume this is how you brush your teeth.
Everyone listening on iTunes know that we have 2 grown men fighting over hand signals right now.
We're fighting over Doctor Strange
and saying how bad it is to not be has been told able to. I just want to know what the podcast fears.
As though in a gang.
Thank you. So jumping over to Fox, Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut, which comes out on July 14th, which is just right around the corner.
Yes.
There's a new trailer out for it. They've released a couple of clips. So there's no news there. I'm just letting you know that thing exists and you can go find it.
At a Comic-Con if you're at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Oh, are they? I did not know that.
If you buy the Blu-ray at their panel, you get an automatic admittance, or you can wait in line, and not everyone's guaranteed in except the people that buy it, but they're screening the whole thing there.
That's
really
Bryan
cool.
Singer's going to be there and stuff.
That's really cool. That's a really cool thing to do too. Like,
I think it's awesome.
The Rogue Cut simply means that the Rogue scene is back in, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's 18 minutes of
Okay.
other footage. So apparently, like it was kind of a different movie with Rogue in there, so they took her out of it all.
Okay.
So I can tell you my theories, but I got made fun of for it last week, so it's cool.
buddy.
Whatever. Nah, I'm used to it. It's cool. Matt Cook was here, and
He got snarky.
Yeah.
You have to cook.
whatever. We had a cook. It's okay.
Clearly, you're over it.
I'm so over it.
Blew right past it.
So X-Men Apocalypse, Olivia Munn posted a video of her twirling a sword as Psylocke. That's her boyfriend in the back. He's a football guy. I think he plays for the Packers.
Sportsing.
Sportsing. He sports it.
Sportsing.
But he was pretty. It's a funny video. Like he's clowning around in the background. But she's really good with the sword.
Yeah, she is.
She looks really good with the
She really
sword.
impressed me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
All right,
she can throw the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really good. You can go find it. Oscar Isaac reported to set. We've got that picture, I believe, also. Bryan Singer posted this to his Instagram. I just love that the chair says apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I just love that.
Foreboding.
Yeah. And what's amazing is that, like, they've done weeks of shooting now.
And he's just now.
And they're just now getting to Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
So it's just been the mutants doing their thing.
Which makes sense for budgeting. I think it's the makeup app.
Oh, yeah, because you got all the makeup.
There's some
Okay, yeah,
wipes
sorry.
over there, I think. So.
Yeah.
Salvador Dali chairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's
Dolly chair.
Kind of sad
It's like
chair.
a hemorrhoid pad. Yeah.
Hemorrhoid chair?
Yeah, it's like the hemis are acting up. You gotta,
Oh my God.
I had a teacher who had that in high school, a little pad, and you get that surgery. It looked like that.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine if Colossus got hemorrhoids.
Spoiler.
You need that chair too. Because
Apocalypse has
would have,
hemorrhoids.
Oh
they
my
go
gosh.
steel, and then you have to deal with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Organic
wow.
steel hemorrhoids.
All right, so
There's no cure for that.
speaking of, let's move on to Fantastic Four.
I really brought down.
Speaking of, now that we're tangent on Fantastic Four, he's naked, man. The thing,
Dude, I know.
He's naked. He
I
has no
know.
pants.
It is so. What we're talking about is there's 2 new television spots that came out. The most recent, the first one was just like there was no new real footage in there. It's like Sue Storm is like, I'm Sue Storm and I'm talking, and then you're like, oh, that's cool. I can't wait to go see that. But then the second one comes out and they literally show Thing walking around without pants.
Yeah.
which logically is a thing. I get it, pants wouldn't fit,
Yeah.
but this is not a movie found in logic. We've got a stretchy guy, an invisible door, a
Unstable
rock
molecules.
man. Like
Yeah.
you just unstable molecule those boxer briefs on.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't understand why. Like, and the thing is, like, he's Ken doll. Like, he's
Oh yeah,
a total, like.
is that his torment in this reality? Is that he doesn't have any junk in the
doesn't have the
trunk? Like he
junk.
doesn't have any.
I mean, it must
Wait,
be.
They were watching like he was walking
Back to
around like
Mallrats
normal.
again.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
he's naked.
No, he was.
He's like Dr. Manhattan.
No,
Just
so
like, yeah.
So like the 4 of them walk into a room. And like Michael B. Jordan's Johnny Storm is like, yeah, we're gonna do something, like, and he's like excited about something. And as they're walking in, like the Thing just has no pants. Like,
And everyone's cool with it.
Everyone's cool with
actually
it.
wanna
Somewhere
see this
Jason Lee
now.
and Kevin Smith are smiling together. No,
Now they know the answer.
That question.
Yeah, like he just like walks in, just like no, it's not a thing for anyone. They're just like, hey, what's up? No, it's the Thing. He's got no pants.
He also
Whatever.
doesn't have blue eyes, which really bothers me.
I think he does.
No, they've shown pictures of brown eyes.
You know who does have blue eyes, Coy? You.
Suddenly I
You do.
You sweet blue-eyed boy.
do. Facebook.
You
is
stay away
ruining
from
me.
him. He's sitting by me now.
Very clearly belongs to
Remember those
Jack.
sexy shout-outs last week?
Oh my god.
Okay, so here is Seth MacFarlane ran the ad campaign for Fantastic Four. It's just a poster of the Thing, and it says, rock out with your rock out.
Take it.
FF.
FF.
That would be an improvement on their posters.
That's true, actually.
I will say I'm still very excited for Fantastic
so
Four.
excited.
No,
I'm
just-
more excited
It
for
doesn't
Ant-Man now.
change anything
Yeah.
except the
But
fact that
it
now
is just like, what is going on? Like, why can he not give the poor guy
Sleepless
pants?
nights.
Age-old
26 years of
question.
wondering have been solved.
And now we know. He's got no job.
So also real quick, and I put this just in for you, Coy, because it's not real news.
Ben
it's just
Foster?
no. A new Deadpool picture.
So
God, that
beautiful.
suit is gorgeous.
That is
Isn't
the
it?
most perfect suit I've ever seen
It really
translated
is.
to
Okay,
film.
every
Yeah, it looks good.
Every costume designer ever who works on a superhero movie, look at Deadpool. This is how
And
it's
this is
done.
the smallest budget one. The
Yeah.
fact that they were able to accomplish so much by being practical,
Yeah.
by just CGIing his eyes and using that as like comic tie-in is brilliant. And they're shooting practical things, like the stunts are practical. He looks good because it's all real.
Yeah,
Learn lessons.
it's fantastic.
it looks
I
good.
love
Fox
it.
has my most anticipated superhero movie now. Like Deadpool
Yeah.
has beaten
Oh
every.
my
like
God.
it's number
Yeah.
one for me.
Same.
Well, but
What happened?
Right?
You're
Fox is
absolutely
winning.
I can't. You're right.
I'm just saying. Everyone that thinks I only love Marvel know that Fox is my number one.
Fox is doing a panel. Their panel is in Hall H on Saturday night, I think around 5. And we can probably assume
You know
to
if
see.
Ryan Reynolds is there, I'm just going to actually die.
And he's going to come out in that suit.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
coming out.
What if he just cosplayed around Comic-Con like that in the suit and no one
It
would
couldn't
notice?
be that
Well, he
suit.
would be lost in a sea of like 1,000 other Deadpools
Yes.
too.
He went for Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be that suit because that's too good of a suit. He'd have to just get like a chintzy Zentai spandex suit.
Right.
Yeah, the bad like Marvel. Yeah, the
I
Halloween
would like
costume.
squeal
Sweating in
and
the wrong
faint
places.
like
Yeah.
a bad Southern move. Like it would just, oh god, I want it so bad.
Oh, the vapors.
He
And, like,
favorited
just,
my
like,
tweet
pass
and
out.
I lost my shit for like a week. If I met him at Comic-Con as Deadpool,
I'm just gonna hump his
Yeah.
leg.
oh dude, I'm gonna get so many restraining orders this
Full
year.
on hump his leg. To Meredith, to your point about the costume, I'd like to remind people that the whole running joke about Deadpool forever was that he was just Spider-Man with a slightly different costume.
Yes. Yeah.
And yet, look at this. Like,
That
look at
is-
this beautiful thing that
know.
we've done. Like, it's perfect.
I
I don't know
like
why I
it.
took credit.
I was like,
I
that
like
we've
it.
done.
We, the
Yeah.
fans, made this happen. I don't know.
I like it better than, I mean, and the Spider-Man costumes by far have been the most, like, if you're talking accurate from comic to film.
Yeah.
But just the way this looks, the way this is moved, the way it photographs, it feels comical but real. I love it. Like,
It
this
feels
is
like a guy could have made that, and he feels cool
Yeah.
in it. Like it's you know what I mean?
Yes.
Deadpool's just shredding
He's
and
LARPing.
awesome, and like Vancouver looks great. Like everything being practical makes me have so much more faith in the next wave of comic film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything was getting like Thanos to me looks a little too CG.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff's like
Ultron.
I'm sorry, all of Avengers 2 was just like a CGI kind of mess.
And this being so beautiful and practical for
Yeah.
less money, I'm hoping we learn that less money can be better. Like this is amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for putting them in the lineup because my
You're
God,
welcome.
that's wonderful.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Jumping over to Sony real quick. It's not really news too much. Like we've kind of talked about it before, but Feige addressed what he thinks makes the new Spider-Man different. First of all, he said, and this was with the LA Times. He said, "Well, you see the casting right away. Tom Holland's younger by I think about 5 or 6 years, 6 or 7 or 8 years than Tobey or Andrew were." And that the younger, it's intentional because the younger he was, the more truer to the original Spider-Man comic book stories, and also the more unique and different he would be in comparison to the other Marvel heroes.
Yep.
So we already kind of know that, but just hearing it from Feige,
It's cool.
Our Lord and Savior Feige.
I love that. My favorite, my favorite Spider-Man is always going to be Bendis's, frankly, for Ultimate Spider-Man. But like my favorite moment was way deep in the series when he and Black Cat finally have the romantic moment, and she takes off his mask, and it's the best art by Bagley of him with like pimples and like, and she literally throws up. Like she kisses him in the mask and then takes it off and is like, oh, she's like, you're a 15-year-old boy. I love that, and I love that awkwardness, and I wanted Ender to get this, man. I thought that kid was perfect for it.
Yeah.
But I got faith. It sucks that they keep casting British Spideys, but whatever.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good for it. I mean, you've seen like his Instagram videos and stuff like where he's actually like already like an
flip and
actor.
stuff. He's kind of a spaz. I like it. No,
Yeah.
I'm in. Marvel's great at picking those people you don't have that strong of an opinion about necessarily. You're like, I guess it'll work.
And did you hear the news that the sides that they wrote for him to audition with Robert Downey Jr. were written specifically just for the audition because they wanted to. I think it had something to do with like seeing if they could outquip each other.
Oh.
And what's amazing to me is that one of the things someone was talking about is how Robert Downey Jr. is 5'8" and Asa Butterfield just passed 6 foot. So apparently when there was like him siding side by side, it was just this like, I'm Spider-Man. And like Downey Jr. just being like, Iron Man.
Oh.
So like, I love that might even have been a factor. It probably wasn't, but the idea of that visual is just
That's
great.
true.
I know.
Yeah,
That's true.
So jumping over to Netflix real quick, we've got Daredevil season 2. John Bernthal is doing his research. He's been going to Hypno Comics in Ventura. Bless you.
He looks like such a bro.
I've been there.
He totally does.
He looks like Channing Tatum.
Hey, look at that.
I love his neck tattoos. Like that's so awesome, man. That guy is Punisher.
But I think that's the owner of Hypno Comics in Ventura, California, and he's picking up some comics.
I like the last picture is him and his dog, and this picture is him and his daughter. So it's just I look like this, but I got a soft side and Punisher. Like, he's just got like a thing to make him not a scary guy.
Look how adorable his daughter is too.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about getting in the moment. It takes him 4 seconds, just like, and pretend my daughter's dead. I'm the Punisher. Like, she is adorable. I don't know if you saw this, if this isn't the same news piece, but they're officially calling season 2 of Daredevil versus the Punisher.
Yeah,
that's
I think
the official listed
one of the
title.
showrunner came out, I think, this week and said that.
Bold.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
So apparently the whole season is going to revolve around them kind of actually fighting in the ideological fight of the best way to approach
And hopefully on the side of Bullseye.
justice.
I would like a little Bullseye.
ready.
I don't want it to be
God,
convoluted, but I'd like a little Bullseye.
I'd like a
If you could get Bullseye and Elektra in there.
In a way that doesn't feel like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yeah.
about it.
All
Or
about it.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
Rob Nipp's reviewer wrote
Or
G-rated
Bullseye in
Punisher, and
Daredevil
that just made me laugh.
Oh,
G-rated Punisher.
Cute.
Oh.
Ben Foster as Bullseye, Matt Key. Just saying.
I'm on board.
Yes.
It's fine.
Jason Statham would have been amazing. Like that. Remember,
would've
he
been.
was like
He
that
would've
close,
been,
and then
yeah.
he just started trash talking Marvel.
So let's talk this.
It's time.
It's time.
It
It's
should
time.
have like a 4-part fold out. As
No,
far
I
as I'm
know,
concerned.
right?
Yeah.
I really should. Like, you should have like a centerfold in here. So, in case you don't know what we're talking about, with Secret Wars, what Marvel's doing. Which camera am I looking? Here, we'll just you guys take it and play.
Yeah.
Don't kill Silver Surfer.
man.
You hate him.
I do.
The power
actually.
cosmic
the-
and Marvel.
I really
Okay.
hate Silver
Am I in the right
Surfer.
spot? There we go.
So the Secret War event that's going on right now, being written by Jonathan Hickman, is kind of resetting the Marvel universe in a way. It's combining like the best elements of their main universe, the 616, and I think it's their 1210 universe, which is the Ultimate Universe.
Isn't that 1610?
It might be 1610.
I think it is.
I love
yeah.
watching you guys fight over the semantics so much.
I'm sorry, I might be rocking that
Because
anyway.
you know
Go on.
all your listeners are really...
They love
Just,
that.
No,
they're just
they really
on the
care.
edge of their seat.
They're
On
all
the
like,
edge of
it
their
is
seat.
1610. That's obvious.
Yeah, idiots.
If Sizzler Kissler's still in the chat, I'm sure he'll correct us
Oh,
in a
he
second
will.
now.
He
Okay,
has
cool.
been all time.
Oh, has he been?
Oh, no.
He and I have been fighting. It's great.
So when Secret War is over, they're releasing a bunch of new number ones in October. I think there's 45, right?
45
Something like that.
titles.
45 new
They
titles,
said
all
earlier
number one.
60. So I'm wondering if there's
It'll
some
probably
they're showing
grow.
45
It'll
now.
probably
Yeah.
grow like by November and December. There'll be more. It's the exact same thing with like they did with New 52. 52
Right.
were originally released, and then 6 months later they released like another 20 or so, and they
Right.
got like so they tracked what
And then they
worked, got rid of
all
what
of them.
didn't work, and
Right.
now they're
They gave up on
resetting it
everything.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but 1610 is what the next 42 of everything is saying. So,
Okay.
And the Gibbon guy also 1610. So,
Yeah,
I
because
stand corrected.
1606 was the cool like X-Men and Avengers in the
Yes.
past.
Yeah.
There's so many. I did a list once of all the different like universes that they've
Yeah.
actually set
Yeah.
aside, and
Yeah.
it's insane.
It's insane.
I still feel
Marvel's
like
just-
DC hasn't beat though.
Oh,
they have
yeah,
so
I can't
many
keep track
other
of
crisis
either.
stuff.
Yeah, I can't keep track. So anyway, we thought we would talk about like they just released all their titles this week, the creative teams behind them and everything. So we thought we'd use the last 15 minutes of the show to talk about that and
Dude.
go.
Okay, first off, I just want to say for all the people who are like X-Men aren't coming back, Marvel's getting rid of X-Men.
Here's
Right.
a bunch of
Yeah,
X-Men.
there's
Right.
a whole bunch of X
And they look
titles.
good.
Yeah, we've got Return of Uncanny number 1, which
Which is
kinda-
a villain team.
Yeah, which is a villain.
Yeah.
team.
As
It's
Drawn by Greg
Magneto.
Land, who does amazing work.
We've got the I don't have them all in
Extraordinary
order.
X-Men.
Yeah, Extraordinary X-Men, all new X-Men, which is going to be the younger team
Right.
that
With Bagley.
Yeah, with Bagley. I'm so
I
excited.
love Bagley so
Me
much.
too. Me too. He just
yeah,
gets the job done. He does it well.
It's so pretty.
There's just so many great ones, and then even though she's been kind of retconned and she's not a mutant, I just want to say Scarlet Witch is getting her own number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a
And-
great new look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with done by Kevin Wada.
like got like kind of a gypsy kind of
Yeah.
crown looking. Yeah,
I feel like I should be holding things up.
you should be.
Do we have a camera for? Okay. You keep talking.
Can I tell you that I'm excited for Karnak number 1?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Karnak's getting his
Being
own.
written by Warren Ellis.
Yeah, a guy named Warren Ellis. Maybe
Like
you've heard
just a
of him.
little guy. So Karnak, by the way, is an Inhuman. Oh yeah, there's Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go to me, you got the new Scarlet Witch look. Oh, we're not. Are we? I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, okay.
It's good.
Thank you. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I don't know how these work.
Cameras are tough.
I'll just go to the next page because I know what you're going to want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, you're very sweet. You're very, very sweet.
Should we just show that?
I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
All
I'm
right.
talking.
You
I'm
tell me
talking.
I'm ready.
I'm
I'm ready when you are.
We're talking about Karnak.
I'm talking about Karnak. So
Yes.
Karnak's power is that he can see the flaw in everything's weakness. He knows immediately how to break it. And he's like King Black Bolt's like number 1 advisor. Like he's just a really cool character. So to have Warren Ellis writing him, that's
Karnak is also, I mean, just
fantastic.
by his very powers and nature, the ultimate cynic. And
Yeah.
the fact that Warren Ellis is writing
Yeah,
him, like the man who
pretty
wrote
amazing.
Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe and other such titles, like this is going to be amazing.
yeah, it's gonna be so
can't
good.
wait
I
for
cannot
this.
wait.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that in the lineup, like when it was leaked before they had ever actually announced anything, I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait for that.
I would never be like, man, I need a Karnak book. Like,
I
that's what
know.
I'm going to need to see this year. But
I know.
you tell me Ellis is writing it, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
That's
wait,
the best
actually,
book.
yeah, I've never known
Yeah.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I?
Coy, go take it, run, play.
My 2 favorite superheroes are Avengers.
Yes.
Now, Spider-Man's been an Avenger for some time, but Deadpool is an Avenger, you guys. I could not be more excited that Deadpool has 2 titles. He has an ongoing again by the guys who were so good at the last run. That last run of Deadpool is some of the best Deadpool that's ever been written.
Talking about Dugan?
Yeah, Dugan and Posehn.
Yeah.
Basically, like, there's an arc called the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in the last Deadpool that reinvented Deadpool as, like, having a moral compass, and he kind of got his head on straight. And now he's got the same sensibilities, but he's also just as funny. So he's more of a
hero,
dare I say Spider-Man-esque, but he's got more of that direction going, but he's got so much more empathy because he doesn't have all the convoluted past. Like, he doesn't have so much 60 years of bogging him down. So Deadpool's the best he's been in a long time, and now he's an Avenger and a mainstream title holder, and I could not be happier with Marvel. Thank you so much for fixing Deadpool.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
And Brother Voodoo's on the team.
Dude.
Well, he's on the team right now also, like, when they're over there fighting on Counter-Earth.
Yeah, but this is an actual Avengers team doing things.
Who do you guys like speculate the new lady is?
Oh,
who?
She looks like Katana from the DC universe.
Yeah.
I was like, is that like is that a new Ronin?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're talking about things you can't see at home.
Yeah.
There we go. She's on that side, right? So Ronin's an interesting choice.
That was my first thought. Was that she was Ronin?
Oh, yeah. She looks like a Valiant Comics character now. That I look at it, actually. She looks like Ninjak is back.
Yeah.
And he's Ninjil.
I also love what they've done with Wolverine.
Bringing in Old Man Logan.
Like they've completely changed. Like they were like, because a lot of people were like, well, you're going to kill him, but in a year when you reset everything, you're going to bring him back. Logan actually.
I mean,
his body was encased in adamantium, and Mr. Sinister had it. And, yeah.
He was near death, then got a
Yes.
he got Han Soloed while dead.
I honestly think that this is going to be going forward the way it is. I don't think if we ever see Wolverine come back from the dead, it's going to be a while because we've got X-23 taking his place as the new Wolverine.
She's incredible, on
which is going to be really super fun. And then we've got Old Man Logan filling the shoes, and I think that's a really smart thing to do.
I hope
because
they have the Jubilee Wolverine dynamic. I hope they have that really cool, like
X-23 or Old Man Logan and Jubilee.
Old Man Logan and X-23. No, I'm saying the Wolverines.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm saying Old Man Logan mentoring himself.
Oh, that'd be cute.
I hope they're going that way because Jubilee's a vampire and I can't keep track. I'm hoping X-23 handles it. Are we under attack?
I
thought so for a second. Yeah. My big excitement with this title is that in his universe, all the heroes are dead. I'm not going to say why, because it's an amazing reveal.
Yes.
But all the heroes are dead. And now he's coming into a universe where they're all alive. Like, I'm excited to see that. Like, that's going to be really fun.
It's going to be a lot of coming to terms. And then to go with that, we've got Captain America still being old. He hasn't reverted to his younger self. He still seems to be without his
superhero
the super soldier serum.
And him and Cap Falcon have that.
Oh yeah, the Sam Wilson. It's very Civil War Part 2-esque.
The poster's pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on there. Who's right?
The next 42 of everything wanted me to cast Old Man Logan, and I've said many times,
Ben Foster,
Mel Gibson.
Oh my God.
He's short, he's stout, he's aggressive, he's feral, he's the man, he's talented.
He's the old man version of Logan from the old cartoon, though.
That's fine.
I don't make her an X-Man.
Jacked Expendables Old Man Logan. Like, I am all about. Plus, Mel Gibson's so talented, nobody hires him to work. He's angry, but he's angry. He's Old Man Logan.
He is Old Man Logan. You're right. No, you raise a good point.
He definitely has crazy eye. Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Can I tell you that I'm also excited for the all different Avengers? Like if you look at it, it's a legacy team with the exception of Vision and Iron Man. Every other character is a legacy character.
Can I say the return of Citizen V, one of my favorite characters from one of the coolest storylines in Marvel Comics? Very simply, there was a new team when the teams went off to go be on an image. When all the image artists came and took over, all the teams disappeared from Marvel Universe, and a new superhero team came to fill the void. And the reveal was they were all villains, and they just duped us so easily. They're like, "Yeah, we assure you we're good guys," but it was like Beetle and Screaming Mimi and stuff like that. And it was a great concept. And Citizen V was Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
And I don't know who this Citizen V is. But I'm very interested. I love his look.
And what I don't know, we haven't seen Citizen V in any of these comics either. So does that mean like there's a Thunderbolts comic like right around the corner?
Well, we've also got Songbird from Thunderbolts in another book with Squirrel Girl.
And which Avengers is that? Is that Uncanny Avengers? I can't remember. There's so many Avengers.
Squirrel good.
That's the one I want the
There's a lot
most.
of like
Supreme
big
Squadron.
teams, a lot of very different.
Oh, it's the new Avengers.
The new Guardians of the Galaxy with Kitty Pryde, I assume,
As Star-Lord,
yeah.
and then Raccoon leading.
And when I posted, like, people who don't read articles, I'm like, this is very exciting. Someone's like, oh, do they still hate the Fantastic Four? I'm like, oh, I don't know. The Thing joined the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, oh my God.
I will say there are no Fantastic Four titles, and The Thing and Johnny are the only two we've
They're
seen.
split off,
There's no Sue and there's no Mr.
What if they die in
Fantastic.
Secret War?
Well,
can
Secret
only
War
hope.
is hinging on Reed Richards, period. I mean, it's going to. The bad guy's doomed, so Richards is going to be...
This last issue, of Secret Wars 4.
It's building. It's going to be... Reed's going to do something drastic. That's all we know.
Because we also haven't seen Doom in any of the comics either.
Would he show up in something here?
Hold on.
I mean, he wouldn't be on the
he
cover.
might.
Like,
Might. I don't know.
Doom Force? I think that title's taken. I don't think they're allowed to use that one.
Maybe. Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Shoot, actually, that was the joke I meant to do.
I know.
I totally botched that joke.
Illuminati.
Anyway, yes, which has always been one of your favorite books, correct?
Yeah,
You've
but
always
this
loved
is
the Illuminati,
not.
but
This is not the Illuminati.
It's not the
It's
same
Red
team.
Hood.
Yeah.
And
It's Hood. It's the Hood.
Is it not Red Hood anymore?
Well,
It's never been Red Hood.
Yeah,
Red Hood is DC.
is Red Hood.
You're right.
Never been.
You're right.
The article, I'm mad at the article, not you. The article that we both read said Red Hood, and I'm like, you need to fix that, sir.
How did comicbook.com
His name is the Hood.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you. Because I read that article. I was like, Red Hood. I guess I'm wrong. I
Jason
thought
Todd
it was
is Red Hood in the DC universe.
but it is exciting to see, like, he's apparently like the leader of this team, and then like they've got the silhouettes. Some people have said Absorbing Man, but I'm also saying, like, what if it's Thunderball from the Wrecking Crew?
Yeah.
Because there's two Marvel villains that have the ball and chain.
Yeah.
And then there's the tiny guy who could be like Black Ant, like Eric O'Grady, the evil.
That would make sense. I mean, I feel like, we're going to get... I mean, look, they're clearly pulling from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Oh, I see here. Okay, so wait. You know who that looks like is Ultimate Doom, almost.
Yeah,
the guy in the hoodie is who she's talking about.
That's why I thought it was Doom.
But it could also be Kirk Connors, if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah,
the
it
lizard?
looks a little lizardish, but I don't know why he would be on the
Or even
cover.
Electro, like kind of how they revamped Electro from the movies.
But so I thought when I saw that, I thought it was Doom. So...
and can we talk about
Lord Doom God?
Can we also talk about Ultimates #1 having Galactus on the cover?
Yeah.
Is he a part of the team?
Like-
I think so. I mean, Ultimate
part of the
Problems.
team.
So, and my
That's
question
insane.
is that Ultimate Universe Captain Marvel, or is that our Captain 616?
Well, Miss America isn't in the Ultimates at all.
No. Well, I mean, obviously it's a new team.
And Monica Rambeau, I don't remember.
Yeah. But
being
I
in
know
Ultimates.
in Secret Wars that Black Panther is the Ultimate Universe's Black Panther.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. And Galactus belongs to the 616. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a mix.
Can we talk about who's writing the Drax comic, by the way? Did you see this?
CM Punk? Yeah.
CM Punk is writing the comic.
That's
so
awesome.
rad.
Yes,
And then a
please.
UFC ring, which I love.
Yes,
They're just
please.
like, we're gonna go all the way.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, so who are your calls for Nova? Who do you think? Who do you think those are the two Novas?
You know what? I need to jump back for a second. I'm going to throw out a wild theory that I think it just cracked something.
Yeah.
May I?
Crack it.
You were trying to figure out who this was, right?
Yeah.
This is a Dr. Doom looking character with a mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look closely at the face. Do you see the lines on the face?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering if it was Karnak.
Oh, is it Karnak?
I think it's
maybe
Karnak.
it is Karnak.
I think it's Karnak.
okay.
The lines line up.
That's what I was.
I think that's Karnak.
All right.
Oh, I think you're right.
I cracked it.
Yeah.
Sorry, going back. was a Zapruder
Daredevil.
film right there.
It looks like Gambit
an
is his apprentice.
Yeah, it looks like.
I mean, it may, and it's being written by Charles Soule, which I'm excited about. And I'm excited that Mark Waid is taking an Avengers book.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yes.
going to be such a fun book.
Absolutely.
Like, Mark Waid is so good with
I
the
literally,
teams.
it's like a 25 books I want to pick up. Like, it's going to
Yeah.
be so
It's going to be
expensive.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's going to be a really rough. And that's my birthday month too. So
Yeah.
like it's like all my
Mom,
birthday money's
Dad,
going to that.
buy me comics.
Yeah.
Okay, I think by October we need to get like in good with Marvel and be like, hey, do you send us these
Hook a brother
preview?
up.
Come
Yeah,
on.
seriously.
Come on.
guys.
So Doctor Strange #1, I'm also like I
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit last week.
pull
So
this up?
like, but I am very excited about it. And Jason Aaron had a really great interview talking about it, where he was saying, we've never seen like Doctor Strange use all these different artifacts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he was saying that the axe that he's using is like this mystical axe that we've never seen, and he's making up new characters, and some of the stuff is going to be brutal, and some of the stuff is going to be like just very sensitive, magic-y kind of detailed stuff. So I'm excited. I'm
It's
very
exciting,
excited, and I
yeah.
love Bacalo. Like, he's a great
Yeah.
artist.
Beautiful stuff.
He's a warrior. The man
Yes.
is a warrior in the mystic plane.
No,
He
they-
should-
they-
Yeah, he should
Yeah.
be. He
Yeah.
should be like. I'm excited to have a writer of Jason Aaron's caliber,
Who's excited about the character.
who's excited about the character and who can write the hell out of the character. And he's also like one of the bloodier writers that I have ever read. Like the guy's not afraid to get like really visceral with
ties
stuff.
in well
So
with Scott Derrickson directing the film.
I was gonna say, I think this is gonna give us some really good hints as to what we're gonna get out of the movie.
I feel like everything come September, October is gonna be like, hey, by the way, this is Phase 3 on. Like, I feel like they're finally blending the cinema. I mean, they've been doing it for a while with Ultimates, but the mainstream universe is very much like nodding at their cinema counterparts.
Much to the complaint of many fans, by the way, who are just like, oh, you're making like the movies, and I'm seeing a lot of complainers about that, and that's teach their own on that.
Yeah,
but
I was concerned at first, but now seeing the list,
like I was concerned until I read, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, this looks great, and it's like. I know it's hard for me to not compare this to DC's New 52 move, but I'm hoping Marvel's learned. Because, like, listen, the honest truth is you have a complete new generation of comic readers who want to get in, but they don't know where to start.
Exactly.
They don't. And this is, from a marketing standpoint and from a readership standpoint, this is great. And for old fans, it gives us new stories because after a certain point, we've been kind of retelling the same stories over and over again.
I'm also excited to end some titles I've been reading just out of obligation.
Yeah.
Because I collect. Like, I'm a collector, so the fact that this is, like, a brand new means I can be like, number one, I can only buy you.
Well, the difference between a DC reboot with the New 52 as opposed to, say, Secret Wars, where they just redid everything. DC was just like, oh, it's Superman, but sometimes he wears a t-shirt. Whereas Marvel is just like, Captain America rides a dinosaur and fights in gladiatorial pits.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty big jump.
That's a big jump.
If you're going to do it, man. Get crazy.
Secret Wars is to Marvel, that Flashpoint was to DC, and all these new number ones are their new number, or is the New 52.
And it's crazy.
But Marvel obviously is learning where DC failed.
Yeah, it's so weird, and I love it.
The Gibbon guy said that they already announced it was Karnak.
Oh, okay.
So
there's also rumors that it's not
you can't even give me my moment.
No.
I would imagine that, but it looks like it.
It looks like Gambit. People are saying it might not be, but I just want to point out.
Obviously, like, we're not confirming that it is, but he's got like the headgear and he's got the staff.
I mean,
am I credited in the article for cracking that just now on the show?
Yeah.
That was Karnak? Did they list my name?
Right.
Retroactively, you got that.
They referenced you.
Good.
Like, they referenced a time code. It was weird. There's not even a time code because it's live. It's so strange. Meredith is Mary Jane for the next 42 of everything. Oh, that's so sweet. Harry Potter is joining Marvel, confirmed. Renee Palencia, that is not true. I don't buy that. Anyway, we need to wrap this up.
You want to do some shout outs?
Well, real quick, titles that we didn't talk about, you get one last shot.
Oh, God.
Just top 3 Uncanny Avengers, the new Bendis Spider-Man while he's doing Miles Morales, because I think it's going to be better than Dan Slott's Amazing Spider-Man, and then I think all new X-Men's going to be the best X-Men title.
Spider-Gwen, all the way.
Spider-Gwen, all right. Conway?
New Avengers, because they put Squirrel Girl on a team, which is always a good idea. I really want to know why Spider-Woman is pregnant.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious with the Silk, because they finally hooked me on Silk, and now evidently she's a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Robin Hood type character.
Yeah.
But okay. So I'm going Spider-Gwen. I'm super, super excited for A-Force. I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And give me everything X-Men.
Yeah, they've got like 5 or 6 titles for the X-Men, which is
good.
great. They all look really good.
Really strong.
I'm going to say all new X-Men, all different Avengers, Doctor Strange, and Karnak are the ones that
really everything.
Also, Carnage is getting his own title.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mention. That's really interesting to me because I've always liked Carnage.
When written well, yes.
When written well, he's usually not written well, which is the problem.
I want to field this to the fans, and goodbye, Silver Surfer forever. I want to field this to you guys, and feel free to tweet at us, comment on the Facebook and YouTube and iTunes. When all these new comics come out, would you like us to do a segment where we talk about one every week? Would you, if you guys are interested in starting to pick up and read comics, would you like to have some more comic-oriented news? Let us know.
Let us know. We're trying to put more comic book stuff in the show. So
but we want to know what you guys want.
Anyway, let's move over to the Merry Marvellites.
Yeah.
Do you want to give some shout-outs, Coy?
We got a lot of great ones this week. I just want to shout out to, I think I got Boston Bruh last week, but he's on the cusp, so he gets another one. MMPR Calabama, SAP 96, and TCA 14W all got us on the day of our show last week. I also want to shout out All Thirst Christ, Gamer Girl, who's always on our live chat.
Always on the chat.
Also
Hello, Gamer Girl.
Shout out, you're great. Backdoor Mayor is a very great name and a very great comment. The Gibbon guy, who has been vocal today, has given us a very thorough 3 lines worth of comment. Thank you, sir. Much obliged. Victory Lap with 2 P's. Thank you for your niceness. Mr. Espinal, crushing it daily. Yes, nicely done. Porter Blurry Guy. And, there's so many this week. And there's one more. And I am the Diddler. I'm so glad you were last, the Diddler, because I laughed out loud. And
that's amazing.
You guys they were all 5 stars this last week. So I really appreciate it, guys, and keep them coming, and I'll try to say your name rightish.
So we had a small problem. Apparently, #Black Bolt doesn't work. It doesn't pull up because it just pulls up Black Belt even though if I type Black Bolt.
Oh, that's weird.
Because there's not enough. So we need to find a cool new hashtag. Also, I had screen capped all the cool shout outs, but then my phone died and I had to get a new phone.
Oh, no.
So I'm really sorry. But I do want to say I hung out with Erica, Ishi, and Orion and the guys on Geek and Sundry on Friday night, and someone in the Geek and Sundry chat was Black Bolting at me. So that was super awesome.
That's awesome.
Whoever that was, you rock. You're awesome. I'm so sorry. Please retweet at me and let's find a cool new hashtag, because I was like stressing all week about wanting to give shout outs and I'm like, I can't find everything.
We've got Tanisha Moore, who's Lone Wolf Pack 04.
Yeah.
She's in our live chat because she has the day off today, so she's finally got to join our live chat. Justin Vasquez says to say my name, which I just did.
Say my name.
Dallas Jackson just says shout out. And Taryn Wilson says that you guys are awesome, and I can only assume that she's speaking to us.
Yeah, you guys are awesome too. So I'm really sorry about missing the Twitter shout-outs. But
this is very important because Silas Pace said key is domain.
Oh.
We also got
Key.
an overwhelming
That's
yes
me.
for comic stuff.
Sweet.
We had like 40 people
cool.
just said yes, and the next 42 of everything says to shout them out some gun. But there was so much yes that we'll try to do that. I think that's a cool idea.
Yay.
All right, so last week we asked in honor of Matt Cook's new show, what 4 characters should open up their own salon. We have our top 4. Thor because of those luscious locks, Medusa because if anyone could tame wild hair, it's her, Wolverine so they can save money on buying scissors, and Deadpool to be catty and talk crap about all the other superheroes. That came from Quinn Soares Harris. Jasper Elwes said Farrell, Wolfsbane, Medusa, and Jack Russell, who is the werewolf by night, because they all know about bad hair days. Randall Lassini said, I love this one, Professor X, Carl Crusher Creel, Philip Puppet Masters, and Heather Moondragon Douglas. The shop name would be Habana Vieja Barberia. And one share will, of course, be the Secret Entrance to the Shield Base. I just love that it's all bald people.
Yeah, I love
like
that.
the visual of that
That's
is really
fantastic.
funny. Like walk into some place and it's like, can we cut your hair? I'm good, thanks. And then Tomas Zelenka said, not Daredevil, that's for sure.
Oh,
so
well played.
Those are our 4. Do we have any thoughts? We're super fast.
I would say I live in Silver Lake, and so every barbershop, everyone there looks like Dum Dum Dugan.
Oh,
They all wear bowler hats and have big mustaches. They're all Dum Dum Dugan.
So are you saying?
I'm saying if you wanted a hipster barbershop, that's the
I like
the one.
Deadpool for bias, and because I love the idea of him just like talking about other superheroes while he's like.
I think the first one was my favorite.
Like,
Absolutely.
reference is such
I'm
the
gonna
first
have
one
to
was
go
my
with that
absolute
one.
favorite.
That's I love
Brittany,
that.
do you want to get in on the vote?
What are we voting on?
I
like the one that had Deadpool talking.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was going to be Randall Lassini because of the bald people. I love that one with a follow up to the Daredevil one because that one made me laugh.
Yes.
But Quinn Soares.
I think Quinn's got this one.
Harris, you win.
Quinn Harris.
Yay!
Quinn. I'd call him Quinjet as a cool nickname.
Yeah.
Last shout out, Ruhail Ali has been talking to us all week, and we didn't give him a shout out, so I wanted to do that because on Twitter he's been awesome, and he's watching from Britain live right now. So thanks, bro.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, Governor.
Should we do one of those? Because someone just asked.
We should.
Okay.
Real quick, question of the week for Wizard World. This is good for 2 free tickets to any Wizard Worlds in America happening in 2015. What is Ant-Man's favorite thing to steal at a picnic?
Oh. If he was at a picnic, what would he steal?
Brittany came up with that
I wonder who thought
one.
of that.
Virginities.
So clever.
Virginities.
It's Paul Rudd. He's so handsome.
Oh my god.
He doesn't age.
All right,
Love
so
it.
we've got to close, but let's do that real fast.
All right.
All right. I even remember what I got last time. I kicked ass last time.
All right.
I think you got the one I got last time. Ooh, this is pretty good. Oh, I got Mandarin.
And I got Bucky.
Sorry, Buck.
Yeah.
I'm saying Mandarin wins.
Yeah, well, because this isn't Winter Soldier. This is Bucky.
He's real good at dying.
I got 10 fingers of Bubba right there.
These cards are from like 91, 92 before Bucky was brought back as Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Sorry, Buck.
You're not going to make that one. Sorry. Sorry,
right.
Buck.
Sorry.
Do we want to do one more?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. See if we can get a little bit more of a battle this time.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, I got Mr. Fantastic. What do you got?
Spiderman and Daredevil.
Both?
Team up.
Both. They teamed up, bro.
Wait, you can pull another card then for
Okay.
a team up.
All right, I get a team up?
Yeah, you get a team up.
There's not many
Stretchy
of them in
fun. And Deathlock.
Oh, that is interesting.
That is. Okay,
Bo
so...
Shakalaka.
Fight it out.
I've got the smartest man alive plus a robot brain.
We've got one of the smartest men alive, plus the man without fear.
Yeah, I literally have the quippiest man alive and the guy who can beat you to death with sticks.
I will give you this. I think Daredevil's going to take out Deathlock because he'll find out what makes him tick immediately. I think he'll find his weak points pretty fast.
And I think Spider-Man would drive Mr. Fantastic insane.
And distract him enough to take him out.
Because Spider-Man and Mr. Fantastic have been together before. Like
but why does it matter if they're together? I'm just saying he's gonna play upon Mr. Fantastic's weakness of being a really terrible dad, and he's just gonna.
Okay, but classic Batman question, do we have time to prepare? Because Mr. Fantastic's going to upgrade Deathlock, and then you are toast.
Spider-Man's going to bring up Namor, tapping his wife, and it's going to be all over.
Yes.
He's going to get real upset.
I know.
Curtains.
Does everyone in the Marvel Universe know about that? Is it like the worst kept secret? It's just like, reads here, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It's fine.
It's just like... Oh, I ordered the fish too. It's gonna be so awkward. Oh, don't say anything when he comes over.
You have big guns, but I have big brains. So.
Also, Marvel never.
He's got the biggest brain.
Biggest brain, literally the biggest brain.
But he's so he
can even stretch it to be bigger.
I don't know. I feel like this team wins. The Mr. Fantastic.
I feel like two golden boys.
I'm gonna go. Science and tech is definitely gonna win this one.
I'm gonna go snark and sass.
Yep.
Because Spider-Man's like thwip, 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 and Mr. Fantastic's like squeeze out of that. Right. What's up?
The very basis of the Marvel U is that all you need is a good right hook and a quip and you win. Not to hurt myself in this contest, but I mean,
Are we gonna vote on it? Are we gonna vote on it?
No, we're not gonna vote on it. No. Do you want to vote on it?
I'm the third wheel here, so I get to.
All right, I get to be the person.
What do you say? I say Mr. Fantastic.
No. We shouldn't have let her vote.
I know.
Yes, we should have.
All right, so
$10.
That's our show. Thanks for joining us. Do you guys have any final thoughts that you want to talk about? Coy, starting with you.
Oh God, Comic-Con's next week. I'm still not sure where I'm staying or if I'm going. So if anyone sees me there, it was an accident, and I'm hoping to go, and I'll see you there maybe. And help me down on Coy Jandreau at CoyJandreau.
Well done.
By the way, Jack, everyone's asking where they can find you. People adore you. So.
Which surprises
I told you
me.
what city I live in. That's a bad idea now. I do a podcast about television called Pass the Effing Remote, and that's on the Geek Nation Network. That's every Thursday. It actually went up this morning, so you can check that out. Type in Pass the Effing Remote. I'm just looking everywhere like there's no camera, or like it just had a stroke. So you can check me out there, and I'm doing a lot of stuff with Maker Studios right now, so I'll let you know when that comes up. And I'll be at Comic-Con as well, so you can find me on Facebook at Flatline Jack and look at all the obnoxious pictures I take of a drunk Matt Key at Comic-Con.
Which will probably happen.
Are we doing our show from Comic-Con next Thursday?
I don't know. We'll have to talk about it.
We'll figure it out next week.
We'll figure it out.
You guys should tweet at PTN and tell them you want us to do a live show.
You guys should tweet at the Hilton and have me a place to stay.
I'm going to tweet that right now. I want the live show.
Do you have anything to plug, Meredith?
Yes, you can find me now on geek.com. I'm writing and doing some Talking Net video work for them, it looks like. I'll also be at Comic-Con all weekend starting Wednesday. You can also see me on the Cosplay Coach show. I missed yesterday's episode, but it's still awesome. Tune in. We talk all about Sailor Moon with our special guest, I am Chubby Bunny. And of course, find me on Twitter at mplacko.
I am Matt Key.
Hey, man.
I'll be down at Comic-Con. I wanted to point out real quick this really cool Mondo poster that came out. I forgot to do this earlier. Can we get that up there, Jonathan? I don't know. It's this really cool Ant-Man poster for Mondo. I just thought it looked really cool. I wanted to use that as my shout out, I guess. It's exclusive at Comic-Con only. Like, you can only get it down there. I'm really excited about it. But Brittany and I will both be down at Comic-Con next week. So find us if you're there. Tweet at us. Let us know where you're around, and we'll all come try to find you. It'd be fun.
It'd be awesome.
So we'll try to have a panel.
Yeah, if not, we'll just take over some corner of a bar and be like, let's have the Marvel movie.
This is the unofficial drunk meetup.
Yeah,
great idea.
That's a great idea.
Fantastic idea.
But I've read all your tweets.
You just gave a drunk shout out.
Next 42 of everything is good, funny jokes. Sneak preview, you guys. That's how I Comic-Con.
Brittany, do you have anything you wanted to say about Wizard World?
You can find me over at San Diego Comic-Con in a couple days. I usually shop at the Trader Joe's on Wednesdays. You can find me in the snack aisle, keeping myself away from the chocolate-covered raisins.
Well, speaking of Wizard World, special thanks to our prize-sponsored Wizard World Conventions. They've got Richmond, Virginia, July 31st through August 1st and 2nd. Chicago is their biggest one of the year. That's August 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. They've got Jeremy Renner, Stephen Amell, I think Haley Atwell might be there. Lots of great guests. And then San Jose, September 4th, 5th, and 6th. Please don't forget to subscribe to our show on iTunes, Marvel Movie News. Rate us, leave us a comment. You can find us on YouTube through the Popcorn Talk Network. Comment. It keeps us coming back to you. Give us a thumbs up. The more positive reviews we get, the more we respond.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind.
That's honest.
That's true. I'm just being honest. Like the second I see like any negative review, I'm not reading anymore. I don't want to go down that road.
It's too real.
Find us on Facebook /Marvel.
Thank you.
Are you done?
No,
Are you done?
I think I'm allergic to you.
You guys have enjoyed this feature-length Marvel Movie News. They're like, we don't have a DC show on. Just go.
Just go.
Drunk Coy's here today, guys.
Find us on Facebook /Marvel movie or Marvel News Show. You can find us on Twitter @Marvel News PTN. I'm Matt Key @the_Matt_Key.
I'm Meredith Placko @MPlacko.
I'm Coy Jandreau @Coy Jandreau.
Brittany.
I like cats.
Brittany Wallach and Jack.
And I'm Jack Conway @Flatline Jack.
All right, that's our show. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.